Hello, welcome to another episode of Homesteading Off the Grid. Today we're going to talk to you about repelling deer, keeping them away from your trees. We use two methods. One is very effective, one is pretty effective also, but we're going to show you what's not effective. Now, if you look here, we have a little maple tree. If you want to honey scan our man-made forest, we have a man-made forest here. Start down to the bottom. Our first row is cedars that we transplanted from the tree line, and then going up it looks like cages with sticks. That's because it's fall and the leaves are gone, but this is mostly maples, poplar, a couple oaks, more cedars. But we found out this spring that deer love to eat the buds on maple trees. So all of our maple trees would be about 3 or 4 times as big as they are now if we would have done this sooner. The deer will actually, in the spring, they will eat your maple trees and many other forms of trees down to the ground. So we went to Lowe's and got some, I think this is 2" by 4" 14 gauge steel wire, and we made tree traps. As you can see, they're around most of our trees. Now, fall came around, and you'll hear a car coming by in the video now. This is why we're putting this man-made forest out here for a buffer. We have 6 acres, but we've got about 300 yards of road frontage, and we're gonna privatize it over the next few years with trees. So anyway, we defeated the deer in the spring and through the summer by finally putting up our cages. However, they came back to get us in the fall. Follow me over here. You guys have all seen this. This is when the bucks go into rut in mid-November through mid-December. If you zoom back out there, you'll see this tree is very tall. We didn't bother with the tree guard in the spring and the summer because they couldn't reach the leaves or the buds. They got us in the fall. So we should get a guard up around this tree. But now I'm going to take the phone from my wife and show you a couple things about trees. Okay, these are cedars in the front row. The deer do not bother these. And if you know anything about cedars, if you've ever worked around them, and they're a little brownish now, but they're actually healthy. They're doing really well, but they're alive and well, and you can see new growth on the ends of all of them. But this is very prickly, these cedar prickly things. And when I mow down here, they get stuck in my socks, like right here around my ankles. I use a riding mower. And so anyway, very uncomfortable. And so the deer don't like that. And now up here, and then here's more hardwoods. These are maples. You see, we got the guards up, and then so they finally started branching out. So now here we have hollies. We have this side of our driveway. We wanted to have a little bit of something different, so we put hollies. No tree guards around the hollies, and they're doing really well. We're on the East Coast, and there's a grocery store here called Kroger. You can get these holly trees for $19.99 in December. We got these last December, about a year ago. They were about a foot tall. That one's actually not even that big, but this one's about 3 feet tall now. They grow fast, they grow thick. They provide a lot of privacy once they mature. And then you can see some tree guards right up in there. Those are pear trees. Okay, we protected those this spring. But now down here is where I've been frustrated. These are Leland cypress trees. Now, these have grown really well. You should go stand by that tree, honey, so I can show them some comparison. You'd see my beautiful wife. She hates to be in the videos. She's from the Philippines, and it's about 50 degrees today, so I'm just wearing a shirt. She's bundled up like she's going skiing because she comes from a tropical paradise, and she's still going through climate shock. Honey, hold your hand out to the tip of that tree. Okay, she's only 5 feet tall, so that tree is probably 3.5 feet tall. We got those on Walmart.com last year for $13.98 each, and we put out 43, and they were only about a foot tall. So they grow fast and they grow thick. We planted 2 rows along our road frontage, and here, let me see that. Here is now we're going to talk to you about the second method we use to repel deer. And here comes another car hauling firewood. God bless them. Make sure you're watching our wood stove videos on YouTube to see how to properly start a wood stove fire. It's more difficult than you think. Okay, so now we use this product. It's called I Must Garden Deer Repellent Spice Scent. People, pet, and plant safe. Long lasting and rain resistant. We bought this last spring when we were battling the deer the first time around, because that whole people, pet, and plant safe thing. Okay, we like that. And we sprayed it on our trees up there, and we put it on these Leland cypresses. And we ran out because we had so many trees up there, and we thought, well, they're not eating the Leland cypresses because in the spring they don't. However, here came the fall rutting season, and lo and behold, it seems that the deer are making corn shoots on our property, or this is their hookup spot. Because as you can see, and there goes my cat. Say hello, Cleopatra. She wants to be in all our videos. If you see any of our videos on Facebook when we're feeding fish, she's on the videos. They have shredded these Leland cypresses because, like I said, we sprayed those, got here, we ran out, and we said, well, they're not eating these anyway. Well, they didn't eat them. But by golly, the bucks.
Yeah, look at this.
What? Yeah, I'll put those in the ground. These will actually grow back. I mean, you stick them in the ground, they're just going to grow back thicker. So we call that grafting. Well, I didn't choose to graft those. The deer chose for me to graft those. So anyway, they got all these all the way up through here. So just in the last couple of days, we decided to be more proactive. I ordered more of this repellent from Amazon, and my wife, we had a couple extra tree guards in the garage. She actually put guards around these because the deer missed these. They were working their way up to them. This is beautiful and healthy and tall and bushy. Same thing over here. So now, anyway, here, grab that. I just sprayed that and it didn't kill my cat, so it really must be for animal safe. Again, I must garden deer repellent. It's easy to use. We just ran out, and the nozzle has several different options. You just spray them down like this, and then you're done. Now, if I would have done this 3 weeks ago, we'd still have our Leland cypress trees, but we're doing it now. So now again, and these are peach trees, and the deer came after our peach trees this fall. We had put these guards up in the spring to protect our peaches, and we got nice peaches this summer, but the deer came to mark their territory. So this is the best method. 14 gauge steel or stronger wires, and this works for us, this deer repellent, but you've got to do something. We're going to spray all of our trees today, even around the cages, so if you use both, it's probably your best bet. Hopefully this will help you keep the deer away from your trees.